Hello, welcome to Strong Flow Vinyasa. And today we are going to have a more, I don't want to say gentle practice, but maybe a more stretchy practice. Our theme today is going to be serenity, but we're also going to use a stretchy band today. So if you have one of those, you'll want to pull it out. We're not going to use this everywhere. We're just going to use this for a pose in the beginning and some nice stretches at the end. So I'm just going to put this to the side for right now. Good. Blocks are 100% optional today. Those are if you need them in a grounded warrior 3, if that's where you need, or a low lunge. So otherwise, sitting up nice and tall, zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel, relaxing the shoulders. Let's take a slight tuck in the chin. And we'll come into the practice. As you sit here for a moment, just notice there's anywhere that you could soften a little bit more. Could you soften a little bit more from the hips? Maybe softening a little bit through the shoulders, softening through the jaw, even the tongue. Good. And then let's bring our awareness to the breath. Could you inhale through the nose, expand the rib cage, and slowly exhaling, letting that go. Then we'll take another big inhale and exhale. Now we're going to bring in the Ujjayi pranayama here, that victorious breath, that ocean breath, also known as Darth Vader breath. So if you want to bring that in, remember on the inhale, you can just do the inhale, just do the exhale, or inhale, exhale together. The inhale, you're making an A8 sound. Mouth is closed. You're forcing the air up or down, making that constriction. So making an ah sound. Good. To exhale, make an HA sound, ha. Mouth is still closed. And belly button engages just a little bit deeper towards the spine. We'll take a few rounds here. I'm going to instruct you to bring that in throughout this practice as it fosters serenity and calm. So big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach up overhead, touching those palms together. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Good. So I'm giving you the intention of serenity. If that is not what you need today, set your own intention here. Like if you're a Seinfeld fan, serenity now, sanity later. Serenity leads to sanity later. So we will practice that here. Inhale and lift. Let's reach, reach, reach. Let's get a nice side bend to the left. Shoulders and hips in alignment as you come over and reach and breathe and expand that rib cage if you can. Gaze is where you need it to be. And then you choose. Do you choose to stay here? Do you choose to come out? Do you choose to side bend deeper? Do you choose to open a little bit more towards the back, looking behind you? Do you choose to roll the pelvis back, scooping in that belly button, forehead in the direction of that knee, finding a C curve roll? Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, use your obliques, your side abs to come all the way back up. And we'll reach and we'll take that over to the other side, reaching over, breathing and expanding. And then when you're ready, good, choosing your path. Do you stay here? Do you come out? Do you choose to side bend deeper? Do you choose to open towards the back? Do you choose to roll the spine, not the spine back, but the pelvis back? See, curving the spine, head towards the forehead. Find what feels good to you, and that might not be what you did on the other side. Sometimes we have a tighter side and a more open side. And sometimes we have to do a little bit different things. Inhale and open. Exhale, use those obliques to come back up. Good. Let's get a nice gentle rotation, nice and tall through the spine. Going to the left, arms coming down, rolling shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. So always a long spine when we twist. Always expansion in the rib cage when we twist. And when we're ready, we'll lift and come back center. Inhale, exhale, rotating to the right, reaching those arms down, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. Breathe and expand. And inhale and lift, and exhale, come to center. Good. Let's take the hands behind the head here. Elbows are out. Good. And just come forward and open. And forward and open. And forward and open. And forward and open. Now, drop those hands to the shoulders. Elbows are still lifted. Let's go forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Take that right into some nice circles here. Stay with the breath. Here's your first serenity affirmation. I inhale peace. I exhale worry. Let's reverse. I inhale peace. I exhale worry. And then once you're ready, sorry about that little yawn there. Good. From here, good. Taking the arms out and just rotating. Good. Just get a nice full rotation here. And then we're going to take the hands to the knees. So we're going to do a seated cat-cow here. I will turn to the side just so you can see this a little bit better as to how this looks. But my arms are going to stay long. So I'm going to use my knees and arms as a little bit of leverage. I'm still seated nice and tall. For my cow, my chest is going to come forward. I'm going to look forward. My shoulders come back. And then on my cat, I'm going to round. And so it's not as deep maybe of a flexion here. Your arms kind of stop you, but it's a great stretch. So let's inhale cow, exhale cat. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Good. And just get some nice little rolls here. So see if you can get the pelvis into it as you roll. And let's take that in the other side. Good. And then from here, we're going to come to a log stack. Now, different options for different people. So I'm going to start with my left leg on the bottom as a base. So I've got my left shin directly across here. My right leg, if you can, is going to stack right on top of it. You want the knees and the ankles to be in alignment and your toes are pointing towards each other. So this is full log stack. If you are someone that has a lot of space under this knee, you've got some options. You can take a block or a blanket I'm gonna come off this blanket here just to show you. You can stick something in there like that. You can fold that blanket however you need. So you've got that support. Okay. If you don't have something to put under there, then I'm going to recommend that you take the top leg forward here. So it's safer when we fold forward and there's less strain on the knee and the hip. Okay. So always practice smartly. So we always want to practice where we need to practice at our own level. So coming to your level here, arms are up, big inhale, exhale, long spine, hinge forward. When you can come no more, hands come down. And we'll bring in that ujjayi. I inhale peace, I exhale worry. And then when you're ready, good. We'll walk those hands back up, undo the legs. I'm going to turn to the side here. Good. We'll undo the legs and we're going to come to a windshield wiper. So you want your feet to be about hip width apart here. Your hands will come behind you. You want a long spine. Belly button is in to protect the low back. And we're just going to rock side to side. How far you go to one side or the other depends on your own body. Some of you might be able to go all the way over. Others, maybe not so much. That's okay. Go where you can go. I like this one a lot because it gives you internal and external rotation at the hips at the same time. So where one hip is internally rotating, the other hip is externally rotating. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we're going to take log stack to the other side. So whatever leg you had on the bottom, it's now going to be on the top. Your bottom leg, your top leg is now going to be on the bottom. Had to check myself there, say that right. Good. So you can stack. And again, if you've got a lot of space under here, you can do a blanket, you can do a pillow or a cushion. Blocks will work under there. If not, take your front leg forward so it's more accessible. You'll also be more comfortable and safer. So when you're ready, big inhale and reach, and exhale, lean forward, long spine, taking arms down, breathe and expand. And when you do the log stack, you should feel a deeper stretch in the hip of the leg you have on top, but it is also normal to feel a stretch in the upper hip as well. So I have days where I only feel it in the top, and I have days where I feel it in both. Breathe. I choose serenity. I choose serenity. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. So again, carefully undo. Find your windshield wiper. And just take that again. Good. And then when you're ready, find your way into a tabletop position. I'm just going to move this blanket out of the way here. Find your way into your tabletop position. And then we're going to take this right into a downward facing dog. So if you're taller, take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward. If not, you can stay right here. I'm going to tuck the toes. I'm rooting into the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. I'm pressing in and forward into my mat as I shift my hips back. As I lift my knees, I'm going to lift my hips up towards the ceiling. Good. And then I'm just going to find it here, and then I'm going to fine tune my form. So I want to press evenly to my big toe and pinky toe mounds of my feet. My hips, knees, and toes are in relative alignment. My knees might be bent. They might be long. Either way is fine. Do what feels good. My head and neck is free. I'm pressing into the floor. I'm pressing forward. So my shoulders are away from the ears. And I'm turning my elbows, the eyes of the elbows towards my pointer or my thumb. And that's going to help strengthen and stabilize that shoulder girdle. Okay. So from here, you can stay. You can lift the heels and lower the heels. You can bend one knee and lengthen the other, walking the dog. You can bend your knees and lengthen the legs. The deeper the bend, the harder you make it. Find yours and find your breath. Ujjayi is a great, great breath in downward facing dog. And from that downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk the hands towards the feet, get into all four corners of the feet. Let the knees bend here if you need to. Let the head and neck hang free. Good. Now from here, pressing into the feet with bent knees or long legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Hands can come to the floor, maybe the chins, maybe the thighs. You just want that nice long spine. Exhale, long legs or bend the knees and come back down. Let's do that again. Pressing in through the feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, one will bow. Inhale, root into the feet from hip to heel. Bent knees or long legs. Do have a long spine, making the legs take the load as you come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath. Your mountain. Remember, knees are not locked. And intention, serenity. Let's take a nice serene walk to the top of our mat. Good. And let's prepare to flow. So from here, big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Coming to blocks or the floor. Blocks are 3 heights. If you're using them, pick the height that's appropriate. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose take or skip a flow. So remember, you can always lower the knees down here to keep the shoulders more stable if you need to. Good. And maybe take a high cobra or an up dog and taking that down. Good. Finding your way back to a downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Number 2, inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. Remember, if you're flowing, try not to collapse to the shoulders. Halfway down is all you need to protect the shoulders. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and all bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Again, inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. Flowing is always optional. If it's not for you or you just don't want to, don't go there. You can always down dog, work on a plank, or take a child's pose. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, one will bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Last one of these. Inhale and we'll lift. and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Find that beautiful downward facing dog. Good. Now from your down dog, do drop the knees. We're going to find a child's pose here to just kind of reset before we go to the next one. So knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. You can make the big toes touch or not. You can take your arms long in front of you. You can take your hands back by the ankle if that would feel better. But make it nice and active, zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Breathe and expand that rib cage. And then once you're ready, we're going to come back up. Finding your downward facing dog. Get there the way that you need to get there. All right. So from here, pull my shirt down a little bit. So from here, we're going to take this into a cheetah. And we're going to hold the cheetah for a couple breaths. And I'm going to give you an option in that cheetah just in case you need to make that cheetah hold a little bit less intense. So from here, I'm going to start by taking my right leg back 3 points. I'm going to bend that knee. Inhale, belly button in. Exhale, I'm going to round and come forward. I don't want the shoulders to be past the wrist, but I'm really drawing up and in. Now, this is pretty intense. If you need something less intense, drop the left knee down. So you've taken some intensity out of it, but you're still working the core. You're still trying to get that connection here. So you find what you need with that. And then from here, we'll take that back. We're back in 3 points. Bending that right knee once more, opening up to the right. So strong, even upper body here. Try not to let the shoulders lift. Gaze to that left foot. You can hang out here, or if you're tight and would like to open and close, you can open and close. Stay with the breath. I choose serenity. I choose serenity. I choose faith over fear. I choose faith over fear. Good. We'll take that hip and that knee back even to the floor. We're going to round, 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 step or pick up and put the right foot forward between the hands. And I'm going to bring that left knee down. Good. So if you need to use blocks here, you can. Some of you probably don't need them here. But we can always be here working on this nice long torso so we don't want to collapse in here. Be nice and strong. Some of you are going to come up to the side. Others are going to take the arms up. Good. The left knee is behind that hip. You want to get into that hip flexor there. Right hip is going to come back. We're zipped up here. Find Ujjayi. Front heel is grounded. Okay, now I'm going to take this down. My left hand can come to a block or to the floor. Good. Finding my length in the torso, I'm going to open up towards the right. Good. You can stay here, those of you that want to move on. Turn that arm and palm more behind you. It won't be perfectly back there. And then maybe you wrap around and open that right shoulder. Try not to let the knee fall out to the side here. That's a different pose. And when you're ready, we will release and we'll come back down. Good. So I'm going to plant my hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Notice how you feel. And we're going to take that to the other side. So once you're in your down dog, left leg's going to lift 3 point, bending the knee. We're going to take that cheetah. So inhale, exhale, round, Good. My gaze is to my knee. Good. Remember, you can always lower down that right knee here if you need something less intense. And when you're ready, we'll take that back. Good. Bending the knee, opening up into the fire hydrant towards the left, trying to keep shoulders down, looking at that right foot. You can stay here or you can open and close. So I'm more open on this side right now, so I don't need to open and close on the side. So I'm just going to hold it here, but you feel free to open and close if that's what you need right now. Breathe. Where I choose faith over fear. I choose faith over fear. And then from here, good. Taking knee and hip back even to the floor. Good. We'll round, step, or pick up and put the foot forward between the hands. Good. I'm going to let that right knee come down. Good. You can bring blocks in here if you need to. Lengthen the torso. You can stay down here. You can come up here. You can come up here. Belly button is in. We've got good breath going. When you're ready, good. Oh, we're going to take the right hand down to a block or to the floor. Good. And then I'm going to open, find the length as you open to the left. And then if you want to rotate that arm and hand towards the back, you can take that, you can wrap, opening up that shoulder towards the left a little bit more, pushing away with the right side. Good. Using a block will make it less intense on the wrist. It'll lift you up a little bit. And when you're ready, good, we'll undo and we'll take that back down. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Good, nice long spine here. And then from here, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. All right, so we're going to take our balance challenge here as a flow. We'll take that right into our warrior series. So what I would like for you to do, if you know or think you might need blocks for a grounded warrior 3 or to help you with some support under the step back, you can have them handy. I never know when I need them, so I'm just going to have them there just in case. But we're going to start on the left side. So the left hip, knee, and toe, we're going to track forward. Okay. I'm going to zip up. Good. And then I'm going to lift my right foot. Okay. If you're not stable when you're lower, you won't magically become stable, more stable the higher you lift it. So only go where you're stable. Now you're welcome to stay right here. Or you can take left hand to the thigh, open to the right. And I know left leg's getting tired, it's working hard, and we'll come back to center. And then from here, choose your warrior 3. So you can take your hands, your arms anywhere you want to. You can do the full warrior 3 here, or you can come to blocks or to the floor. Hips and knees and toes of that right leg are pointed down. Belly button is in. And then from here, in the way that's best for you, using blocks, if you need to reach that right foot back, warrior prep it. So we're 45-ish degrees, and we'll come up and set up for warrior 2. So reaching here, good. I've got a heel to heel, heel to arch from the hip, knees and toes are turning in. So I'm not parallel here, I'm turning inward. Good, front hip is coming back. Front knee is bent, it's tracking towards the pinky toe, and it's over behind the ankle. Strong to the back edge of the back foot. Breathe. Good. How about I focus on what I can control? I let go of what I cannot. Easier said than done. But I focus on what I can control. I let go of what I cannot. With a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, take it back into an exalted. I'm going to reach up towards that ceiling because I want just a little bit of stretch right here. And when you move back and forward in the series, when we do these flows, try to keep the hips stable. Try not to move the pelvis around doing, this kind of thing. And then from here, finding your warrior two, make it your best one on this side. Inhale, exhale. We're going to cartwheel that down. Good. Now I'm going to take both hands on the inside of the foot. I'm going to grab my band while I'm down here, and I'm just going to put it around the back of my neck so I don't have to worry about holding it. And then I'm going to walk around. Good. I'm going to take my feet parallel to the edges of the mat, and the toes are parallel to each other. So one foot's not coming forward. I'm pressing through the outer edges of the feet. I want to avoid collapsing into the arches. Good. And then from here, I'm going to put a little bend in the knees, hands to the thighs, pressing through the outer edges of the feet, and I'm going to come back up. Hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out away from the body. Good. So get really stable here. Get into the outer edges of the feet again. Get into the balls of the feet. Get into the heels. Hip, knees, and toes are going to track. Knees are going to track towards the pinky toe side. Sunrise flow. Inhale, exhale, and come down. Good, and reach. Use your glutes even to press back up. And one more time. Good, and we'll stop right here. Good. So hips are going to stay forward. Try to do this only in the torso. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here, coming all the way back up. Good. Grab your band. So we're going to come into an archer pose here. And I'm going to thread this band between my pointer and my thumb. You can always make this easier with a lighter band. You can make it harder with a heavier resistance band. Just know that you can always get a different little workout every time you do it. But from here, I'm going to take this up. Good. As I go over towards my left, good. I'm going to put a bend in my right knee. You can keep that left foot grounded or roll it up. And then from here, my thumb is my target, and I'm going to pull straight back. Straight back. Belly button is in. I'm breathing. And then from here, I'm going to come up. I'm going to reach. We're going to take that to the other side. Good. And pull. Always look at your thumb. That's your target point. That's where you're going to shoot your arrow. And coming up. And again, other side. Make sure this elbow is lifted and not hanging down here. And breathe. And coming back up. And we'll go again. Elbows lifted. I'm pulling straight back. And coming up. Good. From here, you can drop that. Turn hips, knees, and toes back inward. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Good. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. Bend the elbows straight back. Find a deeper fold. Pressing again through the outer edges of the feet. And then pressing back up. Walk those hands back around, framing that left foot. Swivel up the back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From down dog when you're ready. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes. Rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain intention. So we're going to do that to the other side. I'm just going to switch sides here. Good. So from here, good. We're going to start. Your right leg is going to be your supporting side now. So hip, knee, and toe are going to track forward. Good. Zipping up. Envision your abs are lifting the leg. Stay low if you need to. If you're stable, you can take it higher. I choose serenity. I choose serenity. Staying here, or right hand on the outside of that left leg, opening to the left. Peace flows to and through me. Peace flows to and through me. And coming back. Woo. Lean back. Good. Going into your warrior three. Grounded or lifted. Take grounded here. Good. So remember, hip, knee, and toe, right leg are pointing forward. Hip, knee, and toe of the left side are pointed towards the floor. When you're ready, little bend in that right knee. Reaching that left foot back. Get back there, whatever way that you need to get back there, depending on where you went. Good. Warrior prepping that left side. And when you're ready, we're going to rise. Good. Let's find our good warrior two. So hip, knee, and toe are going to turn inward 45-ish degrees. Good. This knee is going to bend over behind the ankle. Knee tracks towards pinky toe. Front hip's going to come back. Torso only opens to the side. And reach. Relaxing the shoulders. And I radiate calm, peace, and love. I radiate calm, peace, love. With a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, let's take that back. Reaching up there. Find your ujjayi. And when you're ready, good. Finding your warrior two, make it your best one on this side. And when you're ready, good, we'll cartwheel that down. Swiveling up the back foot, both hands on the inside of that foot. Good. Grab your band again here. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll walk that back around. So we're back in wide legs forward fold. Make sure feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Toes are parallel to each other. Pressing through the outer edges of the feet, taking a little bend in the knees, hands to the thighs, and coming back up. Good. Hips, knees, and toes turn out away from the body. Let's take sunrise flow once more. Big inhale and reach. Exhale and come down. I choose faith over fear. Good. Use your glutes. Press through the heels as you come up. And then from here, I'm going to pause. Good. I'm zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Good. I'm going to take my left elbow to my left thigh, and I'm just going to open up and look. And then coming back center. Look, don't lose band. Good. And then other side. And coming back and pressing all the way up. Good. So grab the band. We're going to do archer again. You're going to thread that band between your pointer and your thumb. So we're going to take it up. Good. And when you're ready, good. I'm going to bend the back knee, reaching, pulling. You're pulling in both directions. And coming back up and other side. Bend and pull. When you're bending that back knee, hip, knee, and toe track in that direction. Try not to let that knee fall inward. And coming back up Good. Again. Mindful in the movement. So I like using the band when I do this one. It just makes it a little bit more fun and a little bit more effective when you can feel it. Feel the resistance when you pull. It's a little bit more realistic if you were actually doing bow and arrow or archery. And then coming back up. Good. You can release this band here. Good. Take hips, knees, and toes. Take them forward. Big inhale and reach. Exhale and reach and find that forward fold. Hands are going to come back under the shoulders again. So for this one, you choose what you want. Do you want to take the elbows straight back? Do you want to bring your hands more forward? Do you want to take them through behind you? So find your fold here. I'm still pressing through the outer edges of my feet. My spine is long. Now, if you want something a little bit more special here, you can shift forward ever so slightly, but your heels stay grounded. If you let the heels lift, you might do a somersault, depending on where your arms are. Find Ujjayi. And then when you're ready, good. Hands will come back under the shoulders. Good. Pressing up. And we're going to walk those hands back around, framing that right foot, swiveling up the back foot, planting the hands, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a float any way that you need or want to do it. Good. And finding your downward facing dog. Good. So we're going to pigeon here before we come down to the floor. So we're going to do that through a cheetah again. So this time you have the opportunity to take that knee forward and do what we did before. Or if you want a little bit more challenge, take that knee to the outside of that elbow and hold it for a moment. So from here, let's take the right leg up, bending that knee. Good, rounding forward, find your cheetah to the outside, maybe touching it, or to center. Remember, that other knee can come down if you need less intensity. And then from here, when you're ready, good. I'm going to just take that knee down. My right knee is going to come down. So your left hip or left heel is going to come towards that hip. You're at a 45-ish degree angle with the shin. Really reach that left leg back there. And then from here, you're going to know if this is a good or a bad idea. So if you've got a lot of space under that right hip, then you'll want to put a blanket or cushion or something underneath there. I need that here today, right now. Or if you can always come onto your back and do a figure four. You'll cross the left ankle over the right knee. Sorry, it'll be the right ankle over the left knee. The same hip stretch, but it's kinder on the joint. So if you need to be kinder on the joint, take that one. Forcing your body into something it's not ready for is an ego-led practice. It does not foster serenity. It fosters risk for injury, and nobody's got time for that. So practice smartly. I inhale peace. I exhale worry. And when you're ready, good. Based on where you went, good. So on your back or belly down, find your downward facing dog. Good. If you would like to move forward and take a belly down vinyasa here, feel free to do so. And when you're ready, we're going to take that all to the other side. So left leg's going to lift 3 points, bending the knee. Find your cheetah. Are you going to go through center or are you going to come to the side? Remember, the other knee can come down if you need it to. And then when you're ready, good. That knee can drop. If you know off the bat you need to be on your back, go ahead and do that here. Good. You can fill in any space that you need. Good. So I'm going to really reach my right leg back here. Good. You can stay up. You can come to block. You can come to forearm. Find your pigeon or figure four as your body needs it on this side in this moment. I choose serenity. I choose serenity. And then from here, and you're ready, good, we'll come back up. In the way that's best for you, find your downward facing dog. And if you would like to take a one more final vinyasa flow here, feel free to move through one. But when you have completed that and made your way back to your down dog, we're just going to drop the knees and we're going to come to a seat. So grab your band here. You can sit up on a block or cushion or anything like that if you need it. Good. Legs can be together or about hip width-ish apart. I'm going to take my band. I'm going to take my band flat around the feet. You want that band to be flat around the feet. If it's bunched up, it runs the risk of rolling, snapping, hitting you in the face. You'll have a bad day. So from here, good, and make sure your feet are flat. So you can choose to choke up here to make this a little bit more challenging, or holding the edges less challenging. But from here, I'm going to inhale, exhale. I'm going to lean forward with a long spine. You won't go very far. And then from here, I'm going to pull straight back. So you've got that resistance, rolling shoulders back. Elbows are into the sides of the body. And we're going to breathe. So similar to what we did in Archer, we're working the same muscle groups here. If you're not used to working these muscle groups, you might be a little sore after today. You use the band. And then when you're ready, good. Release the arms first and then come back up. Good. So staying right here, adjusting your grip as needed, we're going to pull and rotate. So I'm going to start on the left side first because that's the side closest to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So nice and tall, we twist from length. As I pull that left elbow back, I'm going to rotate and look to the left. My shoulder is down and I'm breathing. I'm expanding. My internal dialogue is kind and loving. My internal dialogue is kind and loving. When it is not, we are not calm and serene, and we will release and come back center. Same thing, right side. Inhale, exhale. Pull that right side as you rotate to the right, looking behind you, breathing and expanding. Belly button is in. And we'll gently release back to center. Good. Release your band, but have it close. Good. So I'm just going to come onto my back here. Good. And you can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Get one bridge in, any bridge of your choice. So that can be freestyle bridge. I do recommend doing what is okay for you in your practice. So, and you've got your band, it works the same thing as a strap. So if you want to, put that around the ankles for ankle bind, if you need to hold on to it underneath here for a bind, feel free to do that. One leg bridge, you can do the full back bend, which is, I think, what I'm going to do today. You can just bridge up, find yours, breathe. And then from here, based on where you went, carefully come out. And you never want to crash down on the head or the neck. Bring the knees into the chest and pull. Good. And when you're ready, good. We're gonna just calm down a little bit here. So grab your band. Let's take the band around the left foot. And again, just like before, you want that band to be nice and flat. Otherwise, it rolls and snaps and hits you in the face that day. So once I have this, the band is stretchy. So I'm just going to pull straight down, adjust your grip as you need it. Belly button is in, and we're going to take some circles. Smaller circles are easier than the larger circles, which require more core control. So take your circles according to your body's limit. Both hips stay grounded. Let's reverse. Good. And then from here, coming back up, we're going to take a hamstring stretch. So keeping a micro bend in the knee, you can choke up as needed. I'm going to bring this in. Now, because this is stretchy, it's easier for me to take my arms behind me for a deeper stretch. That might not be appropriate for you and your body. So you take it where it is appropriate for you and your body. Same rules apply. No burning, numbness, tingling, no pain. And coming back up. Good. I'm going to scoot a little bit out to the side here so I've got a little bit more space. Good. From here, both bands are going to come into the right hand. We're going to arc that leg over 45-ish degrees. You can wiggle around and find it there. We're coming over into full spinal twist. Propping the leg up with a block or something if you can't hold it in line with the hip on your own. Maybe looking to the other side. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. We're going to do that whole thing now on the other side. So I'm just going to do a midair switcheroo. So once I've got that in place, I'm going to pull straight down. Here's your circles. Belly button is in, large or small. And then we'll reverse direction. And then from here, find the grip that's appropriate for you for a hamstring stretch here. For always a micro bend in that knee. Upper body is always grounded. And release. Both straps into the left hand. Good. And then from here, I'll come back over so I got more room. Good. And we're going to arc over. Find 45-ish degrees. You can take it all the way over. Find it where you need it. Support that leg if you need to. Belly button is always in when we do this series. We want to protect those joints in the low back where the pelvis and the spine come together. The SI joint to be more specific. And when you're ready, good. We'll come back up and release that foot. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. We're going to go into Shavasana here. And I'm going to leave you with one final thought. So I breathe in to nourish my spirit. I breathe out to soften and relax. I breathe in to nourish my spirit. I breathe out to soften and relax. I'll leave you here a few moments. Bring back in that ujjayi if you can. Taking deep breaths. Choose stillness or take head and neck from side to side. Maybe choosing to wiggle fingers and toes. Choosing stillness or bringing knees into the chest. Keeping upper body grounded or maybe lifting it up into a full body hug. And choosing stillness or reaching long, full body stretch from the toes to the fingertips. And maybe pointing and flexing through the feet, bending and stretching through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees. And you choose rolling over to your right or left side, the side that works best for you in this moment, taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Noticing how you feel, hopefully a little bit more serene. Fingers to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen. Exhale, coming down, stopping the thumbs right on the forehead for good and true thoughts. To the lips for good and kind words. And to the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you find some serenity today in your life. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.